Good morning. I'm always wary of being done for copyright. Right, now, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. The Psalm 139, verse 16, just one little verse. Now, two minor instances, three actually, of this is purely on my personal level, but to illustrate it. Should I, shouldn't I, should I do this? Whatever, I don't know. Birdies, breakfast, cat. they go, they warn everyone else if the cat's around. So, first of all, the cross, that little cross I found, well, it then followed me around until I settled here, where I've been now for 4 years, into my 5th year of tenancy only at this nice, very nice wee house. All mod cons, as it were, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm all right, Jack. Morrison's food store nearby. Money in the bank. So I found that cross down south, and I was, sort of praying, what shall I do? Shall I stay where I was there? And the cross just suddenly appeared on the pavement, and I sort of felt that as a sign. Anyway, there we are. That's me. The next thing that happened was this. That shows clearly, not the dogs, the little packet. So it's just a page torn from a little diary. And people with a little thing, flowery, sunny thing, keyring, and people just stick these sticky tape up on places around, just for fun. And I just looked up, and on the bench here in Alnwick, Northumbria, the top bench looking east to Jerusalem. So I thought I had a look at it, and now they could not possibly have known that I was coming, or the fingers that tore that page out of their little diary. It's one of those little Let's diary. But the date is Friday the 12th of September, which, amazingly enough, is my actual birthday. And then the third thing that happened, I never chose, but those two red things, it's for kids to, oh, hello you. I suppose you want royalties now. My birdies. Kids taking out their angst and their frustrations and can beat each other up safely. But the fact that it's parked where it is, the children are the other side. So there was a whistly wind, and that wind had to specifically take that piece of plastic and whistle it around and then park it. Now, where it's parked is where I used to feed my birdies, and that same cat then sussed that basically I was just lining up his breakfast. So I had to stop. So I was pretty miffed about that for about 2 years, 3 years even. So it's like a little area of the garden that I felt was mine and was taken over by the cat. Right, so all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Now, discuss. Well, I'm a Christian, so there we are. To me, it means almost that we don't even have free will. That God has got our lives absolutely lined up all together, and then one gets on to, well, what's the meaning of life? Why bother? Why not just go to the end game and forget the middle bit, the 3 school years and 10 of life in this vale of tears? Somehow God seems to need his creation, the pinnacle of his creation, us lot, human beings, to live our lives. And hopefully to live our lives in love of, in the first instance, him, and then loving our neighbour and ourselves. So the two commandments: love God, love your neighbour as yourself. Amen. Howsoever, if one looks at one's life, things happen. And I show off my new family. I will at the end. There's Mr. Socks, the little sweetie, and Perry, the puffin, my growing family. I was married, I did have a son, and my son, Robert Francis, committed suicide at the age of 18, so I am no longer in a family situation. Be that as it may. So, comforting words are, in whatsoever state I find myself, therewith to be content. So I do actually go on about the fact that I've got fresh, clean drinking water, gas, electricity, roof over my head, food, money in the bank, so lucky old me. I mean, that would be absolute riches beyond compare. Incidentally, that little baby now, the one with the great big starey eyes I made a film about, turned up in my BBC News feed this morning. The name is Siwar, S-I-W-A-R, and they've taken it back to Jordan for more possible operations. I think it's got a heart condition, but also needs special formula milk. And it's still it's 3 kilos now, and it should be at least 6. Born in November last year, so it's 6 months old. But it's alive, that little mite. That little human being. So I've no idea how God can organize the minutiae. I'm just saying those little things. The cross, the page out of the diary, which happens to be my birthday, that plastic dumbbell things. I mean, it took a lot of skill. If you had a blower to try and blow that thing from one place and just get it parked under there, it would take a bit of it belongs to the children of the parents who own the cat who forced me to stop feeding my birdies in that place. So it's like a little consolation prize. And I tidy their stuff up a bit if it comes over my side, but the children leave stuff everywhere, which again is rather sweet actually. I don't think they're very well off, and they've still bought them a lovely big trampoline thingy, so it's rather nice for the little ones to bounce around. So all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. I mean, if one thinks of the big things in life, meeting one's life partner, that sort of thing, finding just that right job or whatever, not getting killed in a motor car accident when everyone else does or something, or in a bus actually. There was this nice old gentleman down south. I used to live in Mill Hill, northwest London. Just had a little art shop. And his story was that in the Second World War, so we're going back a bit now, he was on a bus with, I believe it was 38, and he was the 39th person on this double-decker bus in London, and there was a bomb. And the next thing he knew, he was wandering about virtually naked, alive, and all of the other 38 were dead. So he said, I believe in God. It's a fairly extreme way of demonstrating God's power or God's love or something. I mean, the other side of that coin, obviously, is it must have been the destiny of the other 38 to be killed by that bomb. I believe the sort of saying in the military circles is, if the bullet's got your name on it, then that's it, mate. And then again, the other way that, your compadre or whatever. Apparently, there's something like 1 million Russians have been killed in this blasted conflict in Russia versus the world or Ukraine. 1 million. Oh, what a world. So, I don't know. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. As far as I'm concerned, what matters, the one thing I have any control over, is to know that my Redeemer liveth. And to just continue loving God each day, as in take up your cross and follow me each day. Amen. Cheerio. Growing family. Silly me. Cheers me up. So that's loving yourself. Here we go. What do you reckon? Growing family. Chuckle, chuckle. Cheerio. Oh, let's see if it's too late. Anyway, it's the Lord's Prayer sung in Aramaic, so I listen to it every day. Amen. And pray every day. Amen.